I'm in my student view. Remember, everything is under modules. So we have our first assignment. Assignments for Wiley Plus go right in the modules. They say Wiley and then the topic. So here's the first one. It's 14 questions, 1 point apiece for 14 points. So remember, it always launches into another window. Some of you guys are probably getting to the point where you have to pay for this now. Apparently it's making me, I hadn't done it in this class yet, so it's making me go through the free trial part of it. So I'll go ahead and do that.
How was I able to buy it?
Cookies and caches is what's stopping you. Clear your cookies and caches. That's what your problem is. Remember I told you guys back in the beginning, don't call tech support. Do cookies and caches first and then figure out. If that doesn't fix it, then call tech support. Okay. So, right here. Is it graded? Yes. It's going to even show up in Canvas because I have them linked. It will show you links, clues after the first attempt. It will show you the answer after the second attempt. I don't even make you work hard for it. But the way this works, that I found out, is that the attempts can be consecutive, which means right now I can answer this question, right? So let's, is it teeny tiny? Let's make it bigger. Oh, it just stays on the screen right there. Okay. All right. A little bit better? Yeah. Okay. So the domains of living organisms include, right? The archaea, which are organisms containing cells that have membrane-bound nucleus. True or false? True. The archaea, which are simple, single-celled organisms that manufacture messenger RNA and proteins in a manner similar to eukaryotes. It's actually true if you read in your book. The bacteria, which are also simple-celled organisms that synthesize messenger RNA and proteins. True. So therefore, all of the above are true. Okay, but I'm going to be bad, and I'm going to put the wrong answer. And I'm going to submit my answer. And it says, your answer is incorrect, try again. Right? And notice this link to text pops up, so you could like read in the book to help you. But you can also just answer it again. So this time I'm going to answer it still wrong. I'm going to hit submit. It's going to tell me I'm still wrong. Except now I could click here and get the answer if I desperately need to. Right? So I do that. It tells me what it is. Right? It's all of the above. I can close. I can click on that. And I can hit submit. And it goes from a little X over there to a check in a minute. I can go to the next question. Do I want you to do it like that? Wow, that was a lot of no's. That's pretty good. No, what I want you to do is go through all the questions with your notes closed and your book closed, right? And answer them. And if you get them wrong, it's okay. Because guess what? I can click through all of these right now and submit an answer. I can even save it for later and come back to it. Like if you get to question like 4 or 5 and you're like getting them all wrong, should you keep going? No. Clearly, you thought you knew it and you don't. So now you need to go study, right? Or figure out how you've been studying it and figure out a better way to study because it ain't working, right? Go through and answer them again, right? And then if you can't figure it out, right, you can figure out, it'll tell you what the right answer is. I'm not going to torture you for a long period of time, although I probably should. So you have no reason not to get all your points. Because you could essentially basically cheat, right? Who are you cheating when you do that? Yourself. This is for you to self-test, right? I've specifically picked these questions or put questions in here specific to this lecture, right? Study it. When you think you're like, yeah, I could take a test on this tomorrow, I'm going to ace it, then do this assignment and see if that's true, right? Now, notice that first one that went into a little bit more detail than I did in class. I'll sometimes do that because those are questions I picked from the book and it was as close as I could get to what I was trying to get across. You don't have to then memorize that question for the test. I'm not going to go in that detail for the test. So it's actually good that that was the first one that came up. Did I stick to my 8 minutes? I think I did. No, 5. Look. 5 minutes and 22 seconds. Right. Everyone understands, though? Right? How to best use this tool? Okay. Okay. So I got this question, of course, after I ended the recording. So I'm adding this after, which is good. It gave me time to prep this. So the question was, what score will you get, and can it change? So, like I said, go through, answer all the questions, right? Especially if you start getting a lot wrong, then close out of this, right? Go back, study, come back. Now, when you come back, though, the ones you got right, you can't change the answers. Only the ones you got wrong can you change the answers. So right now in the grade book, right, your score is, say, a 4. But when you come back, right, and you click on and you correct your mistakes and you get all of these green, then your score is going to go all the way up to 14, right? And only your highest score is going to be kept, right? So it's in your best interest to go through this, right? See if you know the answers. If you don't, quit, come back to it, right? Make sure that you're figuring out what the answers are before you hopefully give up and click on the thing to tell you the correct answer. And you'll get the best out of these assignments if you go about it that way.